And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Kassari, and we are back in Automation, the Car Company Tycoon game. And today, we are actually working on... there we go. Rear longitudinal, double. We are working on a supercar. That's right, it is supercar time. I've been putting off making one, and I finally decided, you know what? Let's just go for it now. Need to shrink these down a bit. Get a curve going there. Not that much of a curve. There we go. All right. So that's on there. Let's also get some badging on this thing. We'll use our sport badge because, well, what else would you put on this? That distorts it a little bit too much. There we go. And let's also look at our taillights. And we'll use this one. They're a bit low mounted, but they should work. Okay, and we also have to go with exhausts. So we'll do twin doubles. As a centerline 8-pack dual rear exhaust. And we probably also should edit the shape a little bit. There we go. And it's a longitudinal rear-wheel drive vehicle. Engine time. So we'll do our first one with a 6-cylinder engine in it. And I want to see... We can fit a Zephyr in there. We can also fit the CS1 V6 in. Which, as we know, is actually a pretty decent engine. We can fit the Turbo Sport engine in there. Aha. That's a great idea. Now, what we can also do now is we can copy the Turbo Sport, put that in there, and we're going to call this the Turbo Sport Super. And the reason we're calling it the Turbo Sport Super is that we're switching to super leaded gasoline. No cat, and we're going with no mufflers on either one. Okay, this is going to be a bit ridiculous. Because we just went up to... We ditched the regular gasoline. We ditched our standard a catalytic converter. And now we're going to also go with a throttle per cylinder fuel. Okay, throttle per cylinder, and a race air intake. All right. And let's check our exhaust lines. Okay, good. We're good. We're on duals. Nope, we don't need to increase our exhaust diameter by any more. We're at the sweet spot there. Good. Okay, so now what do we do? Well... Let's collapse this, make sure we still fit. Yeah, we still fit. We could go with water to air large, right? And what does that do for us? Water to air medium. Okay, we'll stick with the water to air medium for right now. But we're actually going to increase our max boost. And we also want to make our compressor a little bit bigger. Yeah, all right, that looks good there. Maybe make our AR ratio a bit more. Yeah, keep that about there. So now what we'll do is we'll come back to here and we'll start increasing our compression. And maybe also advance our ignition timing a bit. There we go. And also, all right, so now we have to really learn how we're supposed to do this with the turbocharger. So, let's save this. Now, what would a race setup be? Yeah, let's just revert that back. There we go. Force a reload, thank you. All right, so it's looking pretty good with the Turbo Sport Super in there. Okay. Oh, we're so close. All right, so if I... Nope. Here we go. All right. Let's give it just a bit more fuel mixture. Click. Okay. So we are now looking at this engine, save, is producing 303 horsepower out of a 6-cylinder engine. All right. That's a little much. Let's go with that being a little much. Now, I can't increase that much more. Okay. So we'll leave that where it is. Performance index is pretty high still. How does this thing sound? Like a Banshee. That would be the answer. Like a Banshee. Okay. Now, remember, this is an experimental vehicle. This is not a production line vehicle. This is meant to showcase what we can do. Hopefully the use of 205s will actually help us there. We're going to go with alloy. No, we're going to go with magnesiums. Because those are lighter. Vented double front. Vented double rears. And we'll do the rest of that adjustment later. Okay. We're actually going to fully clad the underside of this thing. And we will adjust later what we need. We need 337.9 kilojoules of cooling. 337.9. So we have to add enough vents on this thing to do 337.9. Oh boy. All right. I like you, and I like you. We'll chrome line those. And remember, we also want to give this thing enough. There we go. All right, so that's 337.9. We have a bit of extra cooling airflow. That's good. All right, that's very good for us. Now, we also have to now go back. We're going to go with a 2-seat Sport. And Premium. But we're going to go with Advanced Safety because people will probably get themselves killed in this thing. All right, so that dropped our top speed down to 171. And that's going to decrease a little bit more as we do some other stuff. So we're going to go, let's see. Standard, but we're going to go gas monos. Path sway bar, Sport. All right, so let's look. Drivability 0.8. Yeah, I think I can know why that's going to be. All right, let's look at detail stats, please. Yep, all right, so understeer, oversteer is one of the huge issues we're running into. Wheel spin is actually not as much an issue as it usually is in this car. Sportiness, what's killing us here? All right, they like the torque curve. Understeer, oversteer is an issue. Okay. Chassis stiffness, yeah, well, okay. They like the driver height. Tire profile, they don't like that. Downforce, they don't like that. All right. But top speed, they like. It's that understeer, oversteer that's killing me on both sides. How about my brake fade? Brake fade's actually not bad for once in my life. Okay, so that's a confusing chart. Glad I went with twin pistons in the back. All right. So that's where you are. So I don't need those to be as big as they are. But so with the fronts, I can go probably single piston and then increase the size on those. Yeah, they like that better. They like that design a lot better. Okay. And then my rears, I don't even see where the rear chart is. Hold on, let me bump that. There we go. All right. So we're still getting brake fade. Yeah, because those rear tires just aren't holding grip well enough. So we're probably going to have to put some sort of a wing on the back. Yeah, no, I don't like that wing. You know, the funny thing is I've actually seen cars that have wings like that. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll come back up to here and check our aerodynamics. Okay. All right, so we're getting a bit of downforce now. But what's really also happening is that our front... Now, let's look at our tire statistics again. Okay, yep, that's what I was afraid of seeing there. So let's go back a bit. Brake information. Pretty much unchanged. All right. So... we also want to look at gearing. We're down to 161. We're still dealing with some wheel spin there. We really need to space these things out. Yeah, so that's an issue. All right. How would I fix this? All right. Well, hold on. So that's initial start power, right? What if we looked at our engine and our turbocharger and we actually delayed? The trick is figuring out how to delay the start. So we've shifted that over. Let's see what that does to the car design itself. Yeah, what I really want is to actually delay my turbocharger starting up. But yeah, there's not much I can do with the gearing spacing. That's the problem. It's best just to leave it where it is, stock standard. We're still looking at 4.4 seconds for 0 to 62, which isn't too bad. Wheel spin's killing us, though. But we should probably also fix... Yeah. Should fix this now. So that's that. The problem is that you really start to get bad steering behavior at higher speeds. Excuse me. And I'm guessing that's because of the way this whole thing's set up. Let's look at detail stats again. So they like almost everything. Durability suffers a little bit. It's not bad. Not bad at all. All right. So let's save that model, and let's give ourselves a new trim line. And this will be the 8. Now, this might require us building a new engine, actually. We could go with the generator, which is a V6. We could go with the Prometheus, which is also V6. I like my V6s, apparently. We have our CS1 V6 series. Oh, what about the XE8? The OHC aluminum. That isn't bad. It's a 3.6 liter. Maybe one of the Sonic series could fit. Engine too big. Okay. So this is a 4.6 V8. 3.6 V8. That doesn't inspire me much. So let's... Can I actually get rid of you? No. Okay, it's being used on... Okay. So let's go with new family, and we'll call this the X-01 8. All right, so it's going to be a V8 aluminum, DOHC 4-valve aluminum. It looks like a 4.1 is about as big as we're going to get. X-01-8. And we're going to have to go with forged. Let's go with I-beam and forged. Leave all that stock standard. Oh, we can't quite turbo it. Ah, that's too bad. We just don't have the space for it. We can go race super. And this will be the sport super version. Alright, so let's take a look now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it runs. I like to see that it runs. So, where are we getting our maximum RPMs here? About 6,000 RPM. Good. We will go with TPC. And let's come back to here. We're starting to get a bit of valve float there, but that's fine. So it's pushing 270 horsepower right now before we've actually done anything to it at all. Let's get that ignition timing up. I wish we could turbocharge this. That would be nice. There we go. So we're pushing 325 horsepower out of this thing. That's good. I like to see that. All right. And air intake. What are we doing with the air intake? I mean, that's the thing. I wish I could just make this larger, you know? As it is, we're pretty much limited to just boosting that compression as high as we can get it. And giving ourselves, advancing that ignition timing, too. Alright, that looks like as high as we can get it. Would be about 329. Okay. Let's see how this thing sounds. How do you sound? Works for me. Manual single clutch 5-speed. 193 miles an hour. Of course, that's before we add drag. definitely we're going with semi-slick magnesiums. We just need that extra oomph. Alright, so we'll go with vented singles, just for starters. And fully clad, we'll see. No, we'll go with no skid tray for right now. This requires 308.5. So, back to here. Alright, so. And we're going to go with vents. Use a different vent design today. There we go. Go back to the car for a minute. And what does that do? Okay, so we're still maintaining a top speed of 179. 2-seat sport with standard, because you don't buy a car like this for, you know, the 8-track tape player. And we'll go forward, and we're going to go with standard gas mono passive with sport rig suspension. And we'll see how this thing rates out. Well, of course, it's not being happy with me because we still have understeer oversteer issues. Of course. And more brake fade issues, too. Not an issue. Twin piston, please. And twin piston, please. There we go. And understeer oversteer issues, of course. Yeah, well, that's an understeer oversteer issue now, ain't it? And then we have to go into our suspension settings. And trim that down. They don't like the brake balance or the brake fade. Yeah, well, whatever. Do you like the top speed, though? Anything else I can basically fix with this? Not really. That comes out pretty well, though. Alright. Let's just check our gearbox information again. We still have some wheel spin. There we go. We're down to only 8.2 wheel spin. That's a miracle and a half. So there we go. Yeah, without that turbocharger in the middle of it just making life difficult, it's a lot easier. So, there we go. We have two cars. These are our two supercars. As you guys saw, we are not mass producing these guys. They are not mass production vehicles. Partially because they're using space frame chassis and aluminum bodies. So we can't mass produce them and, you know, ship them out the door by the 100 load. Anyways, so that's been the X-01 line. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, give me a like, comment, subscription. Let me know you're out there. If you didn't like it, let me know why. Hopefully in the next episode we'll be going back to production cars. And also, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what cars you want to see me build. All right? I need to know that. It's good to know. I'd want to know. I'm running out of ideas a little, so I need you guys to come up, step up. Hey, show me some ideas. What do you want me to build? Give me a real car you want me to duplicate and put my own spin on it. Just give me a type you want me to do. Sports sedan, sports coupe, hatchback. Man, I want you to make a Lancer Evo in 1976. Well, no, you don't, because Mitsubishi sucked in 76. Anyways, just let me know. All right? Happy building, guys.